Good Wednesday afternoon, Facebook and YouTube. I am Kendrick, the sports guy with TFG Sports Media, and that's right, you are catching me live on a Wednesday. And you know why? Because we're talking NFL Thanksgiving preview show. The games that are going to be going down on your Thanksgiving on Thursday. We got three of them. We're going to be kind of giving you a preview of what's happening. But before you do that, make sure you come in, like this live stream, share it to all your social media platforms. Make sure you comment. Let me know where you're watching from as well. And we're going to talk a little NFL. Again, we got three big games coming up on tomorrow on Thanksgiving. I know everybody's probably getting prepared to host family, friends, and that kitchen is probably smelling a little good right now, but you got to keep your hands out the hams and the turkey and the dressing because it ain't for the day, it's for tomorrow. So again, I hope everyone is having a great start to your holiday long weekend. But again, make sure you come in, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That is TFG Sports Media right here on YouTube. Make sure you follow it on Facebook as well. And you can also subscribe to my other sports channel. That is Kendrick Sports Hustle on YouTube, SportZhustle. You can subscribe to it. Subscription doesn't cost you anything. Just click that notification bell to be alerted when new content, live streams, and all that good stuff is heading your way. And again, I am live on TikTok. Got a lot of people over here. Joey Barrios, how you doing? He said, I low-key have the Fins taking this one because they're chasing playoff run and has been on fire. Joey, you coming in here and giving them Dolphins a shot against my Packers, man. That ain't how we rock over here, but I hear you. I hear you. My Miami Fan 13 says good luck tomorrow. Good luck to you because you guys got to come to Lambeau. And we're going to talk about y'all hadn't had much luck against the Packers, those Dolphins, in a while. Colin Lackey says, what about them Lions? Man, you know what? I'm tired of you Lions fans. I know y'all got our number, but guess what? We ain't going nowhere. We ain't never scared. We are not never scared. Matt says, go, Pack, go. Miami Fan 13 says, I'm so scared, bro. We're going to see. I think we're going to have some good games tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this thing. Let's go ahead and talk about the games we got on tap for tomorrow. Let's start with the early game. We got the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. And Lions, what can you say? They 10-1 right now. They got the best record and overall in the league, and they got the best record in the NFC. They run in the NFC North right now. The Lions currently, again, they have the best record in the NFL. They have won 9 games in a row. The Lions are 3-2 versus the Bears in the last 5 meetings. So this could be an interesting game early. OG Riz 89 says trap game for the Lions. It could be. I think this game could be interesting early, but I think the Lions going to wake up. I think the Bears are going to give them a little scare because let's be honest, the Bears have lost some heartbreakers the last couple of weeks, including one to my Packers, which I don't feel sorry for them, So, but they have lost some heartbreakers. So this game could be interesting, but I think after the second, probably It's really probably when you get into the second quarter, this game is kind of probably going to find its way, and you're gonna see what happens. Baby Goat says, you think the Broncos can make a deep playoff run, maybe AFC Championship game? No, Baby Goat, I don't. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they can make a deep playoff run because that AFC conference is stacked, in my opinion. But the Broncos are playing some good football. I will say that. Miami Fan 13 says, and the Bears always play them hard. True. Yeah, bear down. Yeah, bear down. Anyway, we're going to see what happens. Now, Jared Goff, he is quietly having, as far as statistically, he's having a pretty damn good year. He's 8th in the league in passing, 2,761 yards, but his completion percentage is the one that you want to keep your eye on. He's completed 72% of his passes. I mean, he is clicking on all on cylinders. So, hey, cousin, you still bringing the chicken nugget casserole for Thanksgiving? No, I am not. but I don't even make chicken nugget casserole, and I'm sure nobody ain't going to eat that anyway. But the Detroit Lions, their offense, they're ranked in the top 7 in each category offensively. They again, Jared Goff, He hasn't made many mistakes. He's got 20 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. So that offense goes as he goes. So we're going to see what happens. And also, they running back Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama. He's rushed for 886 rushing yards. I think he's 8th in the league in rushing yards, and he has 10 TDs. Wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's 71 receptions, 747 yards receiving, and 9 touchdowns. So offensively, the Lions are clicking. Now, defensively, they holding their own, even without Aiden Hutchinson. They're doing pretty good. They made that trade with the Browns. They brought Zadarius Smith over to give them some pass rushing. Chief Abdullah said he still loves his Cowboys. I get it. We're going to talk about them next. That's the second game. Pappy Chulo 69 says NFC North is nothing to play with. Toughest division in the league. I agree. And I did read something today, Pappy Chulo, that there are 3 teams that has 8 wins or more in the division. I think they said that's the first time that that's happened in the NFL in 20 plus years, that you have one division with teams with 8 wins or more. Kermit Johnson says, go Vikings, boo. Kermit Johnson says NFC North has best running backs. They have one of the best. You're right. I agree. And black and blue division. And the AFC North could be considered one of those best divisions too. What up, Coach Tomlin? Who is Coach Tomlin? Hey, we talking Green Bay Packers. We gonna talk to Steelers later. But again, we got the Bears. They looking to get off the snide, man. They've lost a few games here, especially heartbreakers. Their head coach, Matt Eberflus, his name has definitely been circulating for being on the hot seat. Caleb Williams is having a decent rookie year, but they just have to get it together. Losing these last couple of games off walk-off field goals, and I just think they just gotta figure it out, man. They just gotta figure it out. I think they fired their offensive coordinator a couple of weeks ago. I don't know who's calling the plays for him now, but there you have it. He's saying I look like Coach Tomlin. Never heard that one before. Papi Chulo says, I live right across from Lambeau Field. Oh, that's what's up. If you ever go to a home game, let me know and I got you. Man, much love to you, Papi Chulo. I'm going to keep your word for it. Man, y'all make sure y'all click that. Follow me, man. If you haven't followed me, Papi Chulo, follow me. Man, make sure you follow me here on TikTok as well. So, again, the Bears are 4-7. They trying to stay in it. The Lions are 10-1. They trying to keep that in that 1 seed in that NFC division in the NFC conference to get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And I'm gonna give my picks on who I think will win these games in the next segment. Now let's move to the second game. The 2-7 Giants at the 2-9 Giants at the 4-7 Cowboys. They are 3.5-point favorites. That is the Cowboys over the Giants. And let me tell you, the Lions are 10.5-point favorites over the Bears as well. Now, the Cowboys are coming off that crazy win in D.C. and Chocolate City over the Commanders. They put a 30-piece on Washington, and I didn't see that coming. But I will say the Cowboys finally played like they had some pride on Sunday. Can that continue? We don't know. As far as the Giants, well, their franchise, he wasn't a franchise quarterback. What they thought he would be, he decided that he wanted out. He asked for his release. That is Daniel Jones. That was the big news for the Giants. And, by the way, Daniel Jones signed with the Minnesota Vikings. My Vikings fans in here, you did know Daniel Jones has signed with the Minnesota Vikings. He will be backing up Sam Darnold going forward. Now, the Cowboys have won their last 7 games versus the Giants. They meet for the 3rd time ever on Thanksgiving Day. Matter of fact, 2 years ago when these two teams met on Thanksgiving Day, it was the most watched NFL game on Thanksgiving Day in history. So we're going to see. Cripple King says Drew Lock might give Giants a shot. You know what? That's a good point because I did read that it looks like Tommy, I am not kin to Danny DeVito, the quarterback. He may not be playing. He may not start. He's still roughed up and still feeling the hurt from this past Sunday. So we're going to see what happens with that. But Drew Lock, you're right. He might give them a shot. So the Giants, again, and the Cowboys, they are the 3:30 p.m. game on Fox. I think at this point, the Giants, they really don't have any to play for. What do the Cowboys have? Do they have? Kind of, sort of they do because I was looking at their schedule. they got when you look at it, they got Cincinnati coming up. Then they got the Panthers. Then they got, I believe, they got the Buccaneers. They could really, they probably don't want to win these next games. I know a lot of Cowboys fans want them to tank so they can get a top 10 draft pick. So we'll see. So what's up, DJ Juice, my good brother in here? So by the way, if you like good, dope DJs, make sure you go follow my brother, DJ Dwayne Juice 03, right here on TikTok. He is the man on the wheels of steel. XCTY Tricy, I probably said it wrong. Do the Titans have a shot at the Commanders because we beat the Texans on the road too? Great point. And I'm leaning toward that because I did pick the Texans to beat the Titans, but I kind of wasn't surprised that they came in there and gave the Texans what they lost. Now, again, the Commanders, they smart, man. They coming off that loss to the Cowboys, and I don't know. I think they're in a little slump, but I think they're going to be all right. But again, I think the Titans are going to give these Commanders something to think about. And again, the Commanders are still trying to stay in the hunt for the playoffs. Obviously, the Eagles are way out in front at 9-2 in the NFC East division, so they got to keep winning to keep pace. Now the Cowboys, what's Cooper Rush? He's a little banged up. But he will play, from what a lot of people say. He's going to play. The defense actually played really well on Sunday. And DeMarvion Overshawn, the second-year linebacker for that defense, he's actually tied with Michael Parsons for the most sacks on the team with 5. So that defense, I think, they got to stay in it. They can't get bored because I do think the Giants' offense is going to struggle to do some things. So the Dallas defense is going to have to stay in that game. So we're going to see what happens. Now, the Giants rookie wide receiver, Malik Neighbors, he's having a pretty decent year, but now he's got to figure out what quarterback is going to throw to him. Is it going to be Drew Lock or will it be Tommy DeVito on Thursday, on tomorrow? So we must see. So, again, that's the middle game. The Giants at 2-9, at the Cowboys 4-7. Don't know what the fans are going to look like at AT&T Stadium because there were a lot of empty seats. Their last home game. And, oh, by the way, the Cowboys are still trying to win their first home game in 2024. So we're going to see what happens. Again, they 3.5-point favorites. And I'll give my pick and my score on that here in just a second in the next segment. Now, Dolphins 5-6 at my Green Bay Packers. Now, if you watch me, I got a saying, and I got to get this cup. Hold on, let me see it. I always say it's always a great day to be what? To be a Green Bay Packer fan. You see, I got my mug. I got everything happening. So the Packers at 8-3 are hosting the Dolphins. The Packers are coming off that big win over the depleted, injury-riddled San Francisco 49ers. But I don't feel sorry. Everybody has injuries at this point of the year. So you suck it up and you play next man up. So we got the Packers hosting the Dolphins. That is the night game on NBC at 7:20 p.m. So make sure you guys ain't too full from eating all that Thanksgiving food so you can sit back and watch the Packers and the Dolphins go at it. Manuel Rosales says, how you feel that you finally beat your daddy when Bosa Brock trend is out? Oh, man, you must be a 49ers fan. You're feeling a little salty. I know, but a win is a win. We can't help but we just play who's in the game. You feel me? We just play who's in the game. So there you have it. But again, the Packers have 3 straight wins over the Dolphins. They're 4-1 in their last 5 matchups. The Packers now has kind of turned into offensively. This is a Josh Jacobs team, if you ask me. Josh Jacobs, he's almost at 1,000 yards rushing on the year, 7 touchdowns. He had 3 against the 49ers. Jordan Love, he didn't have that great of a game against the 49ers, but he did what he needed to do to win. He's got 18 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He finally played a game where he didn't throw an interception. So Jordan Love has definitely got to fix his throwing those INTs. And the safety that we got from the Giants is one of the biggest pickups nobody talking about. Xavier McKinney for that Packers defense. He has 7 interceptions, and he leads the NFL with picks. Family and Dollar says we need to ride Jacobs and Wilson. We going to need the O-line to step up. I totally agree with that. What's up, Lamb? Lamb, what's up, my good brother? Y'all make sure y'all follow my good brother, Lamb Rashawn, right here on TikTok. Go follow him. Also, if you're on YouTube, go follow him as well on the media on YouTube. Go subscribe to that channel. He keeps you up to date. And also, the Real Estate Insider. Go follow him. Follow him here on TikTok as well as on YouTube. So I appreciate that, Brother Lamb. So again, the Dolphins, they've won 4 in a row since Tua's been back. He's on, he missed those games with the concussions, but since they've got him back, their offense has looked a little better. He's got 13 TDs with only 4 interceptions. Wide receiver, his main threat, Tyreek Hill, has caught 49 balls. He has 3 TDs, over 500 yards receiving. The one guy that hadn't really done much is Odell Beckham Jr. He hadn't done very much. So I don't know what they're going to do, with the rest as far as offensively Miami, but they hadn't done very much, especially OBJ. So I was talking to him about him to a coworker of mine, and I said I think his better days are behind him. Family and Dollar says, do you think Love is the answer, or should we groom another? No, I think Love is the answer. I just think that one thing I would say, this is his second full year as a starter, his second full year. He's still going to have some growing pains. He is the guy. I still think that knee probably isn't 100%, and I think that growing may be bothering him too. But I do think he's the guy. I think they've invested all his money in him now. He got that big contract extension. He got to be the guy. So we just need him to cut out some of those interceptions and just play solid ball. He's still solid. Again, I agree, Chris. Sophomore slump, and he's still solid, and I believe he's going to be fine. Now, we just got to keep winning. We got to keep pace. We got to keep pace with the Lions. So this is a big game for the Packers on tomorrow night versus the Dolphins. And I think, again, they're going to get it done. They 3.5-point favorites. I'm kind of shocked that they're only a 3.5-point favorite versus the Dolphins. But, again, that is the Sunday night game. The Thursday night game tomorrow again. So we got 3 games on Thanksgiving night. And then we have a game on Black Friday. If you didn't know, the Raiders go to the Chiefs on Amazon Prime at 2 p.m. That is the other game on Friday. Plus, we got some other college football games going on as well. So now, I'm going to give you some news and notes from around the league real quick. It's not really much. Again, I already told you about former Giants quarterback Daniel Jones signed with the Minnesota Vikings. And he said that he wanted to sign with a contender. Alex Gignac said the Lions are winning the Super Bowl. Yes, I don't know if they're winning it, but they definitely the favorites. Don't think we're catching the Lions. Sadly, Chris, I agree. We should have went harder in free agency. Best we can do is second in the division. And we're going to see what happens. But again, if you didn't know, Daniel Jones did sign with the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North. Now, I did see this as far as the NFL playoff picture as of today. This could happen. If the playoffs started today, here are the teams that would be in. Let's start with the AFC. The Chiefs, the Bills, the Steelers, the Texans, the Ravens, the Chargers, the Broncos. All 7 of those teams would be in the playoffs if they started today. Teams still in the hunt, the Dolphins, the Colts, and the Bengals. Those teams are still in the hunt for the playoffs. If they started today, this is what the playoffs would look like for the AFC. Now, the NFC, the Lions, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Falcons, the Vikings, the Packers, and the Commanders. If the playoffs started today, those would be the 7 teams coming out of the NFC, still in the hunt. We got the Cardinals, the Bucks, the Rams, the 49ers, believe it or not, and the Saints, the Bears, and the Cowboys kind of back there in the back, kind of got an outside shot. They got to have some help, but that is what it looks like right now. So there you have it. That is kind of some of the NFL news and notes that we have now. Again, we got 3 games tomorrow. The first one kicks off. The Bears at the Lions at 11:30 a.m. Then we got the Giants at the Cowboys, 3:30 p.m. on Fox. Then the night game, got the Dolphins at the Packers on NBC. And Rick, the Dolphins are going to go back to Miami. They're going to go back to Miami, listen to Will Smith. What's that song, Welcome to Miami? Nah, they're going back to Miami. They're going to sit and lay on the beach, I guess, in Miami. And they can sip pina coladas and all that good stuff. Now, let me give you a quick NFL Thanksgiving games history. If you didn't know, this is the 19th year in a row that there have been 3 games played on the national holiday. This is the 59th year in a row that the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys will play in one of those games. The Detroit Lions have played on Thanksgiving every year since 1934, with the exception of the Great Depression and World War II. The Dallas Cowboys have played on Thanksgiving every year since 1966. And that's a little history. If you didn't know, why is the Lions and the Cowboys the only two teams that play on Thanksgiving? And that is what it is. They were the ones that said, yeah, we're cool with it, even though we only got 3 or 4 days to turn around and play again. They've been doing it ever since. Again, the Cowboys have been doing it since 1966, and the Lions been doing it since the 1930s. And they always play at home. They are never on the road. So that is just a little Thanksgiving NFL history, just to kind of give you what you think, if you didn't know that, about Thanksgiving Day games. Now, let's get down to Kendrick's picks. Here are my picks for these 3 games coming up. We're going to start with the early one. We got the Bears again at the Lions, 4-7, 10-1. I think the Lions are going to – I think they're going to be sluggish a little bit. I think they're going to struggle early, but I think they're going to put the feet on the brakes, and then they're going, hey, what up, Jack? What's going on? They're going to put the foot on the accelerator, and they're going to gas it up, and I think the Lions are going to improve to 11-1. I got the Lions beating the Bears 28-13. Now, the middle game, Cowboys hosting the Giants. 2-9 Giants at the 4-7 Cowboys. This game is probably going to be ugly, guys. I just had to tell you that. I think this is going to be an ugly game, but I think the Cowboys are going to find a way to win this thing ugly. I don't think Cooper Rush is 100%, but I think defensively they probably not going to have. The Giants aren't going to do too much offensively to scare the Cowboys defensively. So I think the Cowboys will get the win 24-10 at home, and they will pick up their first home win at AT&T Stadium, which I affectionately like to call Lambeau Field South, because the Green Bay Packers, we own that stadium. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Now, the last game, the 5-6 Dolphins at the 8-3 Packers. I don't think the Dolphins got a shot in this. I think my Packers, the run game, I think Josh Jacobs is going to definitely be the key. I think they're going to be able to control the ball, the clock offensively on offense, and I think the Packers will win. And the weather is not going to be kind. I think it's going to be pretty chilly up there in Lambeau Field. So it's not going to be. We're going to see that. Vikings own, y'all. Remember that. Jay Supreme. I don't know who. Do the Vikings own now? Do they own the Packers? I don't know if they own us. I wouldn't say that. TikToker says Dolphins have been great against the run these last few weeks. They have, but I think the buck stops here. TikToker, I think the buck stops here. I think the Packers will improve to 9-3, and they will get the victory 27-17. So those are my picks. And by the way, this is week 13. Actually, I've done pretty well in my picks. Last week, I went 4-2. And for the season, I am 45-27 for the season. So I've done pretty well. Hail to the King says Packers are going in as a wild card. Packers are so close to being a great team. I agree. Hail to the King. Dolphins too hungry. They need this win. They do. They need this win. And it's going to be I think it's going to be a dogfight, but I think we're going to eventually get the W on this one. So again, those are my Thanksgiving picks. And I want to thank everybody for popping in. I just wanted to give you a taste, give you a preview of tomorrow's games. I hope everyone is going to have a great Thanksgiving. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Let me know right now. Tell me what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish. Is Thanksgiving your favorite holiday? What is it? If it's not, what is what do you like most about Thanksgiving? Now, my freestyle moment, real quick, I'm going to talk about Thanksgiving etiquette, because sometimes some of our family and friends be doing the most, and these are some things that you can't be doing tomorrow. Jack says mashed potatoes. These are some things, if you're going to visit or you having company, there's some Thanksgiving etiquettes that you got to follow, and if you don't, you're subject to get kicked out. First thing, Thanksgiving etiquette, you cannot take more than 5 to-go plates home. You can't be taking a whole bunch of to-go plates now. You can't ask them, can I get a box so I can put all my to-go plates in? That's not correct Thanksgiving etiquette. That'll get you kicked out. My man Middle Inside said yams. Rick says stuffing. Kyle says go pack go. Yes, sir. So that's one of the things that you can't do at Thanksgiving. That's against the Thanksgiving etiquette is you can't take more than 5 doggone to-go plates. Number 2, you can't come in and use up all the aluminum foil. If you use up all the aluminum foil, you got to let it be known that we need some more aluminum foil. Why can't you do that? Because then the other people that's trying to take to-go plates ain't got nothing to cover it up with. So there you go. You can't use up all the aluminum foil and not tell anybody. And last but certainly not least, you can't overstay your welcome. If you see that the host is cleaning up and putting food away and stuff, and you just sitting there and it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, yo, it's time to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. So those are some of my Thanksgiving etiquette rules that you have to live by on tomorrow. Or you might not get invited back next year. So that's just my freestyle moment. Take it for what it is worth. So again, I am Kendrick the Sports Guy. Hope you guys enjoyed this preview show for Thanksgiving games. Make sure you follow me right here on TikTok. If you haven't followed me, make sure you subscribe to the channel TFG Sports Media on YouTube, as well as Kendrick Sports Hustle, SPORTZ HUSTLE on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook, Kendrick Roline Henderson. Follow TFG Sports Media on Facebook. Follow Kendrick Sports Hustle on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram, Kendrick1969, and you can definitely follow me right here on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. So again, you guys can catch me every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. right here live on TikTok, as well as on TFG Sports Media YouTube, where I'm giving you your NFL Sunday preview show. So again, I want everybody to have a happy Thanksgiving. Be safe out there and enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, and enjoy good food and enjoy football. All right? Again, we'll catch you Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. We'll see you on the next report. I am Kendrick the Sports Guy. I am out. Peace.